Et donc, bonjour à tous et à toutes, c'est Sogevince. On se retrouve pour la suite de Trauma Center New Blood. Et j'ai une grande annonce à vous faire. Ce jeu est venu à bout de mes nerfs, à bout de ma niaque, on va dire. Car j'ai failli à ma mission. Voilà, c'est la fin de l'opération sur laquelle on s'était arrêté la dernière fois. Sauf que je me suis mis en facile parce que j'en ai marre. Voilà. Parce que j'en ai plein le cul. J'ai fait trois autres tries où je me suis fait tuer par Kerr. Qui m'a chié dans les bottes. Hein. Genre 3 fois le Kerr en fait, il a jamais voulu mourir avec le laser et le laser, il est parti à la vitesse de l'éclair et donc ça m'a fait chier. Voilà, je suis faible. Là, vous pouvez m'insulter. Tout ça. Mais ouais, non, là, le ras le cul est réel et j'ai envie d'avancer et pas de faire 12 fois sur la même opération. Ah, franchement, je pense que le nom de la vidéo, ce sera un aveu de faiblesse.
That's right, folks. The members of the Mafia have among them. I see a man who appears to be a scientist of some sort.
Where are you taking me?
Doctor, look! Professor Wilkins. That face. Marcus, it's...
So he was behind this.
Donc voilà. Vous voyez, facile. Ah, vous le voyez là-haut. Là-haut. Voilà. Et je pense que je vais finir en facile parce que sinon je vais péter un câble. Tout simplement.
Yes, the scar on Wilkins' head was exactly what we thought it was. An electronic device has been embedded, as you can see in this picture.
That explains the change in behavior.
Yes.
But how was he able to conduct Kidman's stigma research? I mean, with that thing controlling his brain.
It's like being under hypnosis.
Alors, 5 secondes. Voilà, j'ai eu un petit interlude entre guillemets.
He could be manipulated by the power of suggestion, but he still retained his intelligence.
So, is it possible to change him back to normal? His family would like us to try.
The authorities have also consented. They want to hear his testimony in his normal...
I believe it's possible, if the device can be removed without damaging his brain. Dr. Vaughn.
I think we should give it a shot.
Then, we should start considering the obstacles we'll face while performing the surgery. Dr. Everett, I'll let you know the time and the place.
Yes, ma'am. There is one last question I'd like to raise, though. It may have occurred to you already, but I don't blame you for not mentioning who was able to perform such a difficult operation.
We'll be performing brain surgery. I'd be lying if I said it was going to be, but it's necessary to return you to your...
I don't think he can hear you, Dr. Vaughn.
I'm a doctor, and this is my patient. He deserves an explanation.
Is he even aware that his name is Wilkins? Maybe you should address him as director.
That would be defeating the purpose, Val. Professor, if you know the name of the surgeon who operated, otherwise we'll have to make our diagnosis during the operation. Do you despise me, Professor? After all, if I hadn't discovered stigma, then none of this would have occurred. And you wouldn't be in this condition if only I'd done things differently.
You are mistaken. Stigma was destined to be born from the very beginning. It matters not who was responsible for its discovery. We are blessed to have witnessed such a...
Professor?
Can you not imagine the possibilities of the next generation of stigma? It searches for a way to coexist within
Oui, alors
the
non.
human body.
Ça, c'est pas coexister.
And I intend to grant its wish.
What are you saying?
This isn't the professor. It may be his body, but...
I'll explain the situation. This operation's objective is the removal of a number of plugs from This complex device releases a weak electrical current that can modify. The plugs transmit that current to a specific section of...
I can't believe that Kidman and his group were capable of
Nor can I. This isn't a device that can be handled with the equipment we've seen in their possession. Needless to say, it would require advanced equipment as well as skill to implant something like... Extracting the plugs will be a difficult task. This goes without saying. But working on you must work with the utmost care to prevent minimal after...
That's what I have in mind.
We must succeed with this operation.
Please prepare for the
On
procedure.
avait déjà fait une opération comme ça avec de l'anévrisme, donc. Par contre, faudra que j'utilise Valérie sur la dernière mission. Parce qu'il y a pas mal de trucs différents.
Well, to begin with,
Ok, alors putain.
before we can remove the plugs from the use the forceps to pull out the 3 chips in the set. I'm told that doing
Ah oui, putain,
please
c'est
be
que-
careful not to touch. Please place it in the
Je
tray.
me rappelle
The
de ça.
first chip, that's the second one. The next chip is this is the last chip.
Faut éviter de toucher les trucs, oui.
Now the affected area is over
Ah,
here.
les filles.
These 5 plugs are supposedly set. If we remove all 5 of them,
What are these lights on the ends of the plugs?
it seems that they light up when they receive because of the modifications we made to the implant. Please pull out each plug while its light is off. Please make sure to pull it out in the
What?
right direction. It's out. Now, the first plug has been removed. Please
Damn it.
make sure you pull in the right direction.
vitals!
Mais
Make sure you pull
sérieusement,
in the right direction.
comment je suis censé faire ce truc?
Pull it out.
This is going to give me a heart attack.
Now place it in the... That's the third one. We've removed more than half of them.
Putain, quand t'as Parkinson, c'est pas bien. Hein.
This is the... Don't touch the plug while it's lit up.
vitals!
What? Putain, mais... Oh, j'avais oublié ce détail, hein. Bon, certaines choses ne changent pas en facile comme en normal. J'ai la tremblote et ça me porte préjudice.
Well, to begin... Before we can use the... I'm told that please be careful not... Please place the first... That's the second... The next chip is the last... This is the last chip. The affected... if we...
What are these lights?
It seems... Because... Please pull out each plug. Please make sure to pull it out in the right direction. It's out. The first plug has been removed. Please move on to the second one. Pull it out carefully. Now place it in the... That's the third one. We've removed more than half of them.
Je suis tellement nul.
This is the last one. Now put...
Good, that's all the plug.
We've disabled the personality disruptor.
Can't we just leave it alone?
The device is in an unstable condition. And
Hey, what's with this?
all we have to do now is place the chip...
We have to put them in while avoiding those moving things?
Yes.
Well, we're in...
Place that chip in the center. That's the first one. Please be careful. That's 2 down. This is the last one.
There we go.
Great work. All...
I hope that...
We'll just have to wait.
Bon, celle-là en normal, je pense que ça doit être tout autant la misère. Hein. Rendez.
Where am I?
He's awake.
Is he back?
I see the operation was I'm glad I didn't fall victim to my creation.
Professor?
His memory has reverted back to when we operated.
Marcus, I've decided to take your advice. I had a dream. So
I think that's best.
Spoiler, le rêve, c'est un peu ce que tu as fait en vrai.
You're not gonna tell him the truth, Marcus?
It's not for me to say. It's the director's decision.
Good. You're all still here.
You could have just paged us.
That's okay. I'm sure you're all tired from the surgery. I apologize for the short notice, but we'll be discussing the international investigation of the doctors from the other Caduceus branches will be...
I'm concerned about the professor's condition, but I'll try to make time for it.
There's one other thing you should know. Just so one of the topics on tomorrow's agenda concerns Cynthia.
How so?
She's in Central Asia, Caucasus, to be... And she appears to be there on behalf of...
What?
Ta-ta-ta! Cynthia nous aurait trahi. Dépôt d'armes.
This group based in Caucasus calls itself Parnassus. The syndicate was researching stigma under their supervision. Their leader is a man known as Master Vahushti, who, according to our records, has resided in the United States under the name Ray Kerensky.
Ray? You've got to be kidding!
You know him?
He and Cynthia were seeing each other.
This man, Vahushti, is quite famous in the world of medicine. After obtaining a medical license in North Carolina, he and a friend started, which quickly grew into a major manufacturer of precision instruments. That company is Columba and Cornix, a subsidiary.
So Professor Kerensky is Master Vahushti. He provided me with advice regarding Elena's transplant operation. That bastard.
Excuse me. My name is Hans Nilsson, and neither our company nor Columba, in fact, it's quite the contrary. We, too, have become victims.
Please save the explanation for later. Now, we've learned that an individual named Cynthia Kazakov has ties.
She worked here at Caduceus she was directly involved with the stigma research.
And Mr. Marshall, according to a different report, Cynthia was a member of a secret research team for the U.S. Army and Humani. Is that...
Yes, that's what I've been informed.
How far has the military's research progressed?
I cannot make any comments on that. I've been informed that no research was conducted exploring military uses of stigma.
Cynthia, how many people were you spying on?
She had the trust of Kidman, Caduceus, and the U.S. Army. We should assume that most, if not all, of the research data, and I'm told that their level of activity, Dr. Styles of Caduceus, Japan, who was dispatched to Caucasus,
Donc
will
voilà,
now give us the
Dr.
details.
Styles, c'est le personnage de Second Opinion et de Under the Knife. Derek Styles.
I'm sure you all know, but he's the doctor responsible for saving the world from guilt.
Ah, the guilt, l'attaque.
Hello everyone. I'd like to take a moment to update you on the current status of Caucasus.
On peut dire le perso du 1, littéralement.
While I was there, I treated a number of patients who'd been infected with stigma. Similarly, the US branch has dealt with a variety of cases as indicated in their report. But the true problem is this organization called Parnassus, mentioned earlier. The local police are investigating the matter, with the assistance of the Russian army.
The United States will be providing support as well in order to crush Parnassus. We will be supplying both instruments and medicine, in addition to dispatching doctors from Caduceus.
I believe that's a very wise decision.
I've already volunteered you two. I hope you have no objection.
I'll go and put an end.
I'd like to know the truth.
This is Angie Thompson. She assists me with my operations. She accompanied me to Caucasus and...
The research data provided by everyone was quite useful, but the stigma are showing signs of change.
L'infirmière du 1.
Unfortunately, they're not evolving to our advantage.
Ça c'est tellement fan service.
Could you be more specific?
C'est tellement genre regarde, ça se passe dans le même univers.
They're beginning to multiply without the existence of calorium. And if they're doing that, then they're becoming much more infectious.
So then, someone's still researching and refining them.
The nature of these infectious strains of stigma changes as it spreads from host to host. However, there's a limit to the number of times a strain can undergo this change. They're planning to utilize this unique characteristic to their advantage. By spreading stigma over a limited period of time and then allowing the pathogen to die out naturally.
So they're trying to tame the devil, huh?
On me prend par les
What a dangerous plan.
C'est souvent ça marche bien. Bon, ça dépend sur quoi après. Hein. Mais bon.
On orders from Caduceus, we'll be going to investigate where these weapons will be heading to.
Ah, tu reconnais tellement pas les persos. Ah, parce qu'il est plus vieux, Derek, dans celui-là.
We'll leave Caucasus to you guys.
Director Quattro has more detailed research data. It should aid you in your investigation of Caucasus.
Thank you. That's very reassuring.
C'est le perso principal de Under the Knife
These missions
et
will be
de
dangerous.
Second Opinion.
But I know we'll all see each other again.
There's so much I'd like to ask a master surgeon like yourself, but let's wait until this is all over.
Yeah, when that time comes, we'll talk about the future of medicine.
Oui, on repart. Le Caucase.
Dr. Vaughn, the police...
All right, Elena, head to the back.
How can they use that old castle as their base?
Nobody would ever guess that a terrible disease...
I guess they were trying to impress
Ah bah oui, hein. Ah bah oui, le coup de vieux. Bah, je sais plus quand est-ce que ça se passe, les Second Opinion. Mais ça se passe genre 2015, il me semble, ou 2016, je sais plus. Enfin, il me semble que c'est dans les années en gros de c'est 2015, si je dis pas de conneries. Et voilà, enfin, je crois que Second Opinion c'est genre 8 ans avant ou un truc comme ça, ou 10 ans avant.
We have an emergency. The enemy's used a chemical. A few officers have...
Do we know what type of...
It appears to be a blister agent.
We need to treat them immediately. Elena, clean the patient.
Yes, doctor.
Alors je me souviens plus de cette opération, donc...
They even had chemical weapons?
Doctor, we've received word that the analysis team is unable...
They don't know what it is? Is it...
What should we do? We can't...
Wait. The patient's symptoms include those from existing... It's like the effects of...
So it's a compound of known...
We do have antidotes for each... Let's treat each condition as it
Je me rappelle plus du tout de cette mission. Donc à mon avis, vous allez pouvoir rigoler.
If we sedate the affected area first, we...
But we won't be able to see where the...
Then it's up to us to remember it.
Understood. Please get...
D'ailleurs, ouais, à la fin, je ferai peut-être, après une fois qu'on aura fini le jeu, je ferai peut-être défi bonus, où justement, ça va rappeler des trucs pour ceux qui ont fait Under the Knife et Second Opinion. Ok, alors, comment ça marchait ce truc?
Memorize the color and locations of the inflammations. Once you have them memorized, inject the sedative. The colors will disappear after you inject. The inflammations have been sedated. Do you remember what the color? Please continue using the antidotes on the inflammations with the same color as the medicine. The sedative is still in effect. The inflammation...
That means that more of them will appear soon.
Ça a pas l'air d'être ultra
More
compliqué en
inflammations
fait.
are appearing.
Ça c'est rouge, jaune et jaune. Normal, ça doit être un peu la misère. Bleu. Et l'autre c'était jaune.
They're still high.
There are more inflammations.
Je crois que c'était jaune les deux.
That doesn't seem to be the right antidote. Only the one
Rouge,
with the...
formidable.
We can't let our guard down yet.
More.
Donc rouge, 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 jaune et bleu. Ça doit tellement être la misère en bleu, jaune.
The inflammation's gotten worse. All signs of inflammation have disappeared.
Okay, let's treat the remaining wounds for now.
À première vue, j'ai pris un peu trop de temps, ce qui fait que le monsieur a pas kiffé. Le poumon n'a pas apprécié, je crois. Le poumon a pris un peu cher. Donc oui, en facile, ça va beaucoup mieux. Hein. On va pas se mentir, hein, ça va beaucoup mieux en facile. Hein. Oh putain, j'ai fait A. Vous êtes sérieux, les gars?
So she is here. I don't know what, but there's no
Comment
way.
j'ai fait A, putain? Je crois qu'il reste que 2 missions encore. Je suis à 20 minutes. Bah, je pense qu'on va essayer de faire les missions. Ouais, elle sera peut-être un peu plus longue celle-là. Parce que je crois qu'il reste celle-là et une autre mission et c'est fini.
I don't hear that many gunshots anymore.
No new injuries have been reported.
It looks to me like we have...
Maybe so. But if we back them into a corner, who knows what they might...
Cynthia.
Doctor, they've taken...
They have?
Where is she? I want to...
On va lui casser la gueule à Cynthia. Wesh.
I've been waiting to talk to you, Cynthia.
I never would have imagined that you were a spy. You were a big help to us at Caduceus. Or so I thought.
Did you do it for Ray? Or was it your own decision?
You don't know anything about him, Val.
Apparently not. But I'm not interested in the aspirations of an...
Calm down, Val. If you don't mind, Cynthia, will you tell us about him?
He was born and raised here, in this miserable land torn apart by civil war. He went to Russia and then to the United States in order to become a doctor. He realized his dream and started a medical company. But when he returned to his homeland to offer his assistance, he found only...
What happened?
The army tried to assassinate him while he was working at a He had devoted his life to saving the country, and goodwill was an unwanted guest.
Oh, les salauds.
Unfortunately, that's a reality for countries in turmoil.
Bon, je sais pas si Pradus a vu le moment de faiblesse, mais si tu l'as pas vu, tant mieux.
His thoughts became more radical.
Il s'est radicalisé, il est allé sur internet et il s'est radicalisé auprès de certains mouvements.
They believe that long ago, a great flood destroyed mankind, save one family that landed here. As a member of the chosen people, the forces of destruction are still weak, he said, and he began to yearn for greater power.
Non mais tant mieux.
Regardless of whether it was good or evil.
Bon, si le jeu est devenu beaucoup plus simple, c'est toi, hein. C'est pas que j'ai mis le jeu en facile.
Yes, he sold his soul to the devil, and he received stigma from Professor Wilkins, with whom he was acquainted.
You worked so hard at Caduceus to save people's lives. Was that all a lie?
I honestly don't know. Although, for a time I believed that I could change him, but his madness only grew stronger. After I left Caduceus, I came here to try and but shortly after I arrived, he...
What?
See the scar on my chest, Val? He implanted a pump unit. He has the ability to kill me by remote control.
C'est bien ça.
And so, I am bound to this.
But that's not what it's meant for. It's to save people like myself.
If that's what's keeping you here, Cynthia.
I doubt that's possible, Val.
We'll make it possible, but you have to trust us.
There's still hope. What do you say?
I'm sorry, Val. I'm sorry for everything. This is the implant he placed inside me. And even further inside is...
It's pretty deep inside. Removing... Won't he find out what we're up to during the operation from your vital signs? What if he activates the chip?
That's not going to happen. He's at a college in Caucasus, and he doesn't know anything about what's going on.
Even though he left you here?
That's why he left me here. He has no interest in me anymore.
Cynthia.
Ah là.
I'm going to save you.
Voilà les filles, pourquoi il faut pas chercher des bas de bois? Sinon ils vous laissent tomber. Cherchez des mecs gentils et sympathiques.
You're the only one that never changes.
Et Marcus, parce que la prochaine, normalement, c'est la dernière si je dis pas de conneries. Et on va prendre Valérie. Allez.
Well, we'll be operating on her heart, so please be very careful while performing this procedure.
Where is the pump unit?
It's in the atrium. Let's take a look inside.
Is this the same kind of implant? If that's true, then we could first. Let's burn the control chip. One of the control chips has stopped functioning. Use the scalpel to remove it. The chip has been cut off. Now, remove it with the... Huh? It's hemorrhaging. That's the first one. Move on to the other control. Thankfully, her heart didn't begin fibrillating. That's the second one. Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor. We've avoided the danger of cardiac arrest, but we still have to be careful. The implant has been separated. Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor. This is the chip. The chip is implanted directly into the... We should carefully peel this off little by little. First, we need to use the laser on the chip to burn it. Another chip has been disabled. This is similar to the control chip. What? This can't be. The chip rebooted itself. Disable it again. Her heart is fibrillating. Stop the treatment for a moment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. The chip's been disabled. Again. Now's our chance. Next. The chip rebooted again. Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor. Fibrillation has occurred. Please suspend the treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over.
Let's detach it with the scalpel before it reboots.
Now, make... Again? Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor.
Now's our chance. Scalpel.
We can almost detect...
It keeps rebooting itself.
Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor. Fibrillation has occurred. Please suspend the treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over. Doctor, the next incision will allow us to detach it. Another irregularity on the The chip has been detached. Use the forceps to extract it and place it in the tray.
The extraction has been...
Don't start celebrating yet.
We need to replace the... Please keep an eye on the EKG and place it again.
The angle doesn't seem right.
Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, doctor. Fibrillation has occurred. Please suspend the treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over. The pump has been... Next, we'll attach the control chips. The first control chip is in. 3 more to go. Another irregularity on the EKG. Doctor, please be more careful. The pump is...
All right, let's...
Vitals are stable.
It seems like she'll... Well then, let's...
Please close her up.
Ah, au vu de comment elle est éprouvante en... Au vu de comment elle est éprouvante en facile, putain, je pense qu'en difficile, en normal ça doit être chiant et en hard ça doit tellement être l'horreur. toute façon, les missions en hard, elles sont... Enfin... faut être un peu énervé pour faire tout ça.
It's over, Cynthia.
I'm so glad we could save her.
You know, that's been our goal all along. To save people and rid the world of ill.
You've already made up your mind, haven't you?
Yeah, let's end this once and it's time to confront this master.
Pas couche-ti. 30 minutes, et donc le dernier. Ouais, ça sera peut-être un petit peu plus long. Et après, je pense que pour du hors vidéo, je montrerai peut-être justement le petit truc annexe.
Alright, here goes.
Ah oui, putain, ce boss. Ah ah ah, je me rappelle.
This is Vahushti's room? It's very quiet.
Vahushti! Where? Who disturbs the serenity of my life? I see you're different from those ill-mannered police. But how did you...
Do you remember me, Ray? It's me, Valerie Blake. She's the one who told us where to find... And yes, we
I see. That's all the more reason to...
Do you remember Professor Wilkins, Vahushti? I'm Marcus Vaughn, his associate. Is the...
So, you're Dr. Vaughn. Welcome, Father of Stigma. Even if it was by mere chance,
You've got it all wrong. I'm not its father. I came here to eradicate it.
What an ignorant decision. Your sense of duty as a doctor has blinded you to what is needed in this world is stigma. The power to create new life. Rejoice that you are chosen to take part in this momentum.
I knew you weren't normal, but you've completely lost.
What happened to you, Ray? You were a good doctor before, but now...
Have you not yet tired of the meaningless praise you receive for saving people's lives? Open your eyes. The true nature of life is endless.
Ok, toi tu vas pas bien.
This is the path that mankind must walk. How can you not see it?
It's over now. Your Parnassus is gone.
My power remains undiminished. Because my body itself is the Ark. I am the vessel that holds the new form of life.
You're infected with stigma?
He's no longer capable of judging right from wrong.
Infected. Together with stigma, I will as did my ancestors.
Elena, get the
Ça,
anesthetic.
ce Jésus quand même.
Yes, Doctor.
Marcus, don't tell me you plan...
I see edema on his body. The infection must be in the advanced stages.
We can't allow this strain of stigma to leave here. We must confront it to learn the truth.
Allez, donc c'est maintenant qu'on va rigoler.
I've contacted Caduceus.
I've taken a look through the data. He's named it Cardia. Could it have been named that because that's where it's attached?
The heart.
Since there are stigma that can cause secondary infections, we can't ignore any types of stigma. We can only predict what may be true, but we should prepare for the worst.
I won't let that
Ah oui,
happen.
non, on est taré.
We have to completely remove...
Can all of you hear me?
Director!
Caduceus will do everything in his power to exterminate Cardia. No, I'm sending staff to prevent secondary casualties.
Hi, Elena. We have a large number of skilled nurses.
You don't have enough equipment there, right? We'll prepare some for you as well. All you need to do is concentrate on your operation.
Dr. Everett, stop chit-chatting with
Everyone.
Waouh.
How encouraging.
Yes. Doctor, let's put an end.
Allez, c'est parti. Donc après ce petit moment façon Fire Emblem avec tout le monde qui a besoin d'ouvrir sa bouche. Comment ça? Je trie vite, hein? Bah oui,
Let's begin the operation to remove the Cardia stigma.
Allez, c'est parti. Alors, à la
What
Cardia.
on earth is this?
A membrane. It's complete.
That thing on top must be the...
The core moves on its own, covered in an out. We'll be monitoring the operation. Right now, we have little information. Please let me see what happens when the membrane first. Apply antibi. After that, make an incision with the scalpel
Ah oui, il faut
and
pas
extract
hésiter
it.
à...
Please Please try this procedure.
A section of the membrane has been
En fait,
detached.
There seems to be
en
no problem with this method.
Huh? It disappeared?
En gros, c'est un peu, on peut jouer un peu comme dans Tetris, si vous voulez.
How did it get over there? What? The
Ah oui, putain, c'est
patient's
qu'il faut
vitals have
éviter
dropped
que
drastically. That colored
touche
membrane
le
is
truc,
dangerous. Good job.
le
Don't
truc
let the
rouge.
cardia get near the
Parce qu'en fait,
oddly colored
les
part of the
cases
membrane.
rouges, il faut les enlever le plus vite possible. Genre, parce que s'il touche les cases rouges, c'est la misère. C'est bien, je suis en train de me rappeler à peu près comment fonctionne cette opération.
The membrane
Parce que,
extraction is
c'est
proceeding
un
smoothly.
moment tout chiant. Moi, j'attends que Jean-Michel il se barre. Ah, c'est vrai que ouais, il fait baisser les signes vitaux maximum. Ce qui est chiant.
Please continue the membrane
Déjà, on va
extraction
commencer ça.
procedure.
Là-haut. Ah, là-haut. Là-bas. Voilà. Non mais ouais. Oh putain. Non. Non pas. Voilà.
This is a battle of endurance. We can't lose.
Ah, d'ailleurs, je peux me déplacer, ouais, une fois que... Oh, le coup.
Doctor, be more careful when extracting them.
Ah, tu te sens vraiment obligé de te venir faire chier comme ça, toi? Allez, TP. Ah, fuck. Quoi? Petit bâtard. Mais tu m'emmerdes?
The membrane has been completely removed. Again?
C'est nickel.
Just a little more.
Vas-y, casse-toi maintenant. Tiens. Prends ta picouse.
We did it. Extraction complete.
Bon, c'est pas fini, hein.
The
Vous
outer
écoutez.
shell came off.
Ah putain.
The core's out in the open.
It's an old method, but incinerating.
We'll finish it with this.
Donc la partie rigolote est finie, hein. Maintenant c'est la partie chiante. Où Jean-Michel, voilà, Jean-Michel il fait...
Cardia discharged something. Use the forceps to remove it.
Ah oui, putain, je me rappelle de ça.
It burst the moment the ripple touched it. Watch its movements. Please, hurry and suture the lacerations. Cardi is making some kind of ripple. It's working. Keep it up. Don't worry. I believe in your suturing skills. Amazing. Just a little more,
Ouais, c'est
Doctor.
éclatant. Je vais s'amuser là. Parce que ouais, putain, j'ai complètement oublié qu'il était aussi chiant celui-là. Que tu vas, putain de toi, t'arrêter de foutre la merde là. Tiens. Voilà. Sinon, ça finit mal, donc voilà. Et là, tu fais quoi, hein? Vas-y, vas-y, continue. Bah les steaks, assez. Je m'en fous. Voilà. Ah. Donc voilà pourquoi j'ai joué. Ah mince, pas plus. Bon bah tu sais à plus. Ouais, pourquoi j'ai pris Val en fait? Parce que en fait tu peux faire exploser les... Enfin tu peux laisser les trucs exploser et le mec tu fais quoi? M'en fous. Mais signe Vito il descend pas. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Tu vas faire quoi hein? Voilà. Bon. C'est fait. C'est fait. Voilà. Bon, c'était nul. C'était... j'ai fait la version pour enfants. Mais c'est fait. Voilà. Donc le jeu, c'est fini. Non, pour partir sur d'autres trucs.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to...
Marcus, he seemed...
Stigma is an antagonist for malignant diencephalic sclerosis. It has protected my brain. Without it, I won't survive for long.
You use stigma to treat a diencephalic disorder?
Tout va bien.
Wait, but then the change in his behavior, could it have been induced? Could he be suffering from delirium as a side effect?
It's getting hard to... I let my anger take control of me, and my regret.
Oh, il est devenu gentil.
To bear.
Bon, Jean-Michel, t'as fait de la merde quand même. Hein, donc bon.
But that doesn't give you the right to take away even a single life.
Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock, thank you. He was able to rip...
He's gone. Doctor.
It's finally over.
On a soigné quelqu'un. Il est mort. Ouais. Pardon. Désolé, c'est juste un peu ridicule. Allez, on va voir l'épilogue.
The threat of stigma, which brought fear to the entire world, was eliminated with the dismantling of the criminal organization Parnassus. Caduceus's international network was integral to the operation, providing treatment and taking preventative measures in a number of countries. Because of their efforts, the disease was successfully contained. And the crisis caused by man's divisiveness was brought to an end through cooperation.
How can you decline? It's an invitation from the president himself. He wants to recognize you all for your...
I tried to persuade them, but their answer was still no. I'll prepare an official statement if you like.
I just don't understand. It's such an honor.
They've gone through some painful experiences. And occasions such as this would only reopen the wound. What they need right now is to be with the patients they've treated, to see their smiling faces.
Our top priority is the analysis of Vahushti's data. I have to admit, though, I'm not exactly looking forward to it. However, it's of tremendous importance to
True. But it's hard not to think about Cynthia at a time like this. It would be the perfect opportunity for her to undo...
I like to believe that while she was here, she focused on helping people. I just can't bring myself to think otherwise.
Well, our purpose here at Caduceus is to save lives. I'm sure that's where her heart was while she was with us.
Dr. Everett, why don't we call it a day and get some dinner? You too, Robert, if you have the time.
Well, this is a rare occasion.
Les mecs qui vont manger. Salauds.
All right, Elena, see you. Bye, Leslie. Looks like that's it for today.
The director assigned us so many patients, we didn't even have time for a break. Are you ready to head out, Marcus?
Not quite. I need to finish this up first. By the way, Val, I'll be out the day after tomorrow. I'm going to see Professor Wilkins.
Is it about restoring his... Mind if I tag along?
No, not at all.
Then I'll inform the director. You weren't planning on leaving me behind, were you? I am a member of the Special Disease Counteraction Team.
Elena.
All right, you two. Let's go get some fresh...
You know, looking at the city like this, it almost seems like nothing ever happened.
Do you have any regrets, Elena? You know, if you hadn't followed me to Alaska, you wouldn't have had to go through the whole ordeal.
I don't have a single regret, Dr. Vaughn.
All those sparkling lights, each one is a patient. And they're counting on us to take good care of them.
Je veux dire, représente un patient potentiel. Donc si on leur casse tous les jambes, on a du boulot.
But who knows what's in store for us next?
I'll never quit being a doctor, Marcus. No matter what happens. No matter how hard it may seem at times, or how much danger I have to face. For the sake of those patients that only I can help.
I feel the same way. I'll be counting on you.
And I'll be counting on you.
Et voilà, c'est fini. Wouhou. On a fini Trauma Center. Bon, j'ai lâché. Enfin, j'ai lâché, on va dire ça. J'ai été faible sur la fin, hein. Mais c'est fini. Voilà, nickel. Bon, bah c'est cool. Une bonne chose de faite. Depuis que j'ai repris vraiment à faire des vidéos en septembre, enfin en août plutôt, ça va faire le 4e let's play que j'ai fini là sur YouTube. Enfin en tout cas le 4e let's play que seul YouTube a, hein, parce que il y en a d'autres qui se trouvent sur Dailymotion. À l'occasion, peut-être j'essaierai de les remettre les vidéos de Dailymotion sur mon YouTube. Si j'en ai encore, je dois peut-être avoir Mother 3 en entier. Mother 3 c'est un peu vénère aussi. Faudrait que je regarde. Je vais regarder ce que j'ai sur mon DDE comme vidéo YouTube. Et peut-être je vous remettrai toutes les. Enfin, je vous remettrai une partie des vidéos YouTube que j'avais fait à une époque. Enfin, de vidéos Dailymotion que j'avais fait à une époque. Donc voilà, je suis content. C'était sympa de le refaire, mais vraiment, je l'avais jamais fait en normal. Et en fait, à partir du chapitre 5, je dirais, bah, je me rappelle pourquoi je l'avais jamais fait en normal. Parce que vraiment, c'est ultra hardcore. Enfin, c'est ultra hardcore. C'est super. Faut vraiment être au taquet des mouvements, quoi. Parce que putain, le truc, c'est vraiment chaud. Donc là, j'aurais fini le jeu en normal, hein, j'aurais fini le jeu en facile, mais j'en avais besoin, sinon je pense que je cassais tout. Et la dernière vidéo, au lieu de faire 40 minutes, bah, elle aurait fait 2 ans et demi parce que le stigma il m'aurait démonté la gueule. Parce que c'est vrai que les damages sont vraiment vénères. Le soin fait avec la piqûre, il est nul à chier. Enfin, c'est facilement 50% moins, je dirais. Voire peut-être 40 peut-être, parce que 50 c'est un peu vénère. Mais enfin ouais, il y a beaucoup de différences qui sont assez énervées. Donc, je m'arrête pas là par contre. Parce que Parce que chargement de données. Ah, voilà, j'ai mis beaucoup plus de temps que sur ma première partie parce que justement tout ça. Voilà, donc ça on va pas faire ça, hein, l'émission en extrême, on n'est pas débile. Mais on va faire le défi 4, je vais vous montrer un peu parce que ça va rappeler des souvenirs à certaines personnes. Voilà, avec Derek qui va nous proposer quelques petites activités rigolotes.
I have something that I'd like the two of you to assist.
Is this data for VR simulations?
Voilà. Our disease researcher became very enthusiastic when he saw the records of
de
your
la
stigma
réalité virtuelle,
operations.
enfin des traitements virtuels, on pourrait dire. Hein.
He's apparently made simulation data.
Et vous allez voir ce qu'il a à nous proposer.
Someone's already created VR sims from our...
We only have data for Care and Soma, though. Still, that's amazing.
Stigma is spreading throughout the world already. If it's possible to simulate operating on it, we'll be able to train a large number of doctors.
Ah mais je peux pas voir ces fiches, j'irai regarder après.
And they won't have to be completely uninformed about it either.
J'irai regarder après.
Since you're the leading surgeons against
Parce que là,
stigma,
je finis
we'd
la
like the two of
vidéo
you
et
to
on
try out these
regardera après ce
simulations.
que c'est.
If that's the case, I'd be glad.
Thank you.
Alors.
All right then. Please try. There's a little something
Voilà,
hidden
petite
inside.
surprise.
A little something. This simulation has the VR data, but there's VR
different pathogens.
Yes, I don't believe that you.
Dr. Styles and I will help you through them.
Ah, quand il commence à vous sortir, non mais c'est des trucs vous connaissez pas, mais TKT, ça va bien se passer TKT. On va savoir qu'on a beaucoup de temps, on a 10 minutes,
Well
mais
then,
on va faire une
operation.
petite partie.
Good luck.
Ah.
Begin by treating the wounds.
Tellement nul.
The wounds have been treated.
Is that onyx? No, it isn't. What is this?
There's something here. It's fast. Is this?
Allez,
Kyriaki.
It's one author.
Donc voilà, les premiers.
The treatment method you must adapt to
La Kyriaki, c'est bien moins chiant la Kyriaki à tabasser. Hein.
It's appeared again. Please look around for it. Kyriaki has disappeared. The final Kyriaki has appeared. Its attacks are fierce, so be careful. The Kyriaki has gone into hiding. Find it with the ultrasound.
Toi, chez Kyriaki. Mais arrête de partir en bas quoi. Relou man.
Amazing indeed.
Non mais il va bien, ne vous inquiétez pas,
let's
il va
close
bien.
the
Je vais quand même
mission up.
remonter parce que sinon, avec les vitals dégueulasses qu'il a, le mec il va tellement mourir.
Let's move on to the next stage of the simulation. Beginning the second simulated
Non, c'est
operation.
pas Takoyaki, c'est Kyriaki. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est la prochaine? Ah oui, celle-là.
Burn these tumors with the laser. Incoming
Ah,
guild.
la guild. Et celle-là, elle est rigolote.
This one's name is
Deftera.
Deftera. Guide the pair of.
Don't forget to treat the
Good, you're on a roll.
Deftera, je trouve ça assez rigolo. Pas trop. Enfin, il faut être assez.
Now's the time to drain it.
Assez réactif, mais ça va quoi, c'est pas trop une horreur. Bon, vous vous cognez un jour ou Ah, le pire c'est quand t'as deux Deftera.
Here it comes. It's going crazy. Cut it out with a scalpel.
You remain perfectly calm, even during its sudden final assault. Truly amazing. When there are two pairs,
2 paires de Kyriaki. Voilà, alors là ça fait chier. Ça aussi. Donc là, à première vue, ils ont décidé de faire en sorte que je perde très vite.
There are many small tumors. Use the laser to treat them.
Ah putain, mais c'est tellement la merde. Donc voilà, bon bref, je vous ai montré, c'était trop dur. Bah c'est pas que c'était trop dur, c'est que Jean-Michel, je sais pas si t'as vu, mais elles ont pas arrêté de se rentrer dedans, mais les mauvaises couleurs, hein. Donc bon, non, je recommencerai pas jusqu'au bout. Voilà, c'était pour montrer que dedans. Donc il y a aussi donc les tacs, les guilts entre guillemets, qui traînent là-dedans. Voilà. Bon. Ben voilà, donc la vidéo va faire un peu, elle sera assez longue par rapport aux autres. Donc voilà. Donc, ben merci en tout cas à tous d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. C'est la fin de Trauma Center pour moi. Et donc on se retrouvera plus tard pour un nouveau let's play, de nouvelles vidéos et de nouvelles choses. Voilà. Allez, merci d'avoir regardé YouTube et moi je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao.